Yo, what's good? What's good, chat? Hold on, let me see something. Let me see something. Oh yeah, yeah. Hmm. World Cup, World Cup. Let me see. Should have watched this favorite video. Let me use the bathroom first, though. Sorry about that. I forgot to mute myself. Oh, we move. We watch this video.
Fable is a beautiful open-world action RPG, packed with drama, jeopardy, and high-stakes choices that change the world. But at the heart of Fable is a game within a game. An endless, interconnected life sim where you'll be remembered for changing people's lives, building property empires, manipulating the economic fate of entire settlements, and more.
Interesting.
And as you do all this, you'll build different identities and experience a complex, nuanced morality that is so much more than good versus evil. It's what you'll do in Fable when you aren't saving the world, and we call
When's the release date? February 23rd next year.
Building an extraordinary life. Let's dive in. Here I am in the middle of Oakshire, one of the 6 regions in our visually diverse open world. It's characterised by beautiful rolling hills and lush, colourful foliage, inspired by the British countryside. There are settlements of different sizes throughout the world, each with their own population, traits and landmarks. Albion is full of variety. We can see one of those settlements up ahead. Silverbrook, a peaceful farming town and the largest settlement in Oakshire. Silverbrook is all about farming, so it has an almost unhealthy obsession with vegetables, which can be seen in every detail of the environment. It's in how the villagers have decorated their houses, their shops, and their streets. It's even in how they dress their scarecrows. When I enter a settlement, I quickly run into the beating heart of Albion. Its people. There are over 1,000 handcrafted, fully voiced NPCs. Each one with their own job, home, routine, relationships, and memory. None of these villagers are scripted dressing. They have emergent behaviour powered by real-time systems. They go to work, they go to bed, they have hobbies and families. Sometimes, they just want to spend time in the pub. Albion feels alive because its people have lives. I've never been to Silverbrook, and because I've done nothing of note yet, Max the stable hand here is completely indifferent to me.
Got a minute? What do you want then?
So, if I ask him to follow me...
Follow me. I don't deal with randos.
He won't. And he thought I was
I don't deal with randos.
weird. That's fair.
Right then. Bye.
And there you go, I guess. In the story, I'm here investigating if there's a connection between Isabel, the powerful red-cloaked hero I'm pursuing, and the strange magical incidents being reported in Silverbrook. I've heard something about giant vegetables and a hero called Arden who lives nearby. Maybe they could help me find Isabel. And it seems there's a bit of a commotion in the town square. Let's see what's going on.
Someone needs to tell this little brat what's what. Oh, Hero, can you do me a favour and get this bloody kid away from me?
No! I won't let you kill Colin! Hero! You have to stop him!
Look, kid, I'm a butcher, and Colin's just a pig. Do I need to spell it out?
But I'm not like all the other pigs, am I, John?
Oh, Look, I am not having this conversation with you again, Colin.
Did I just understand that pig?
Oh, yeah, the novelty wears off after a bit, trust me.
Colin's special! Please. We can eat something else at this little travel feast. Well done.
That kid looks exactly like my cousin. What? That kid looks exactly like my cousin.
We can eat something else at this little travel feast. Well done.
People are expecting a hog roast, kid, and I've been preparing this pig for ages.
But I've only just learned to communicate. Who knows what else I could achieve? I've got potential, Hero. Don't let me end up on a spit. Please.
Well, this certainly qualifies as a magical incident. What you're seeing here is not a cinematic. It's just one of the hundreds of story conversations in our game. We have over 2 hours of high-quality, performance-captured cinematics, just like the ones you've seen in our trailers. But in these conversations, you'll make hundreds of branching dialogue choices that change what happens and how people feel about you. It's important to note that every choice has a consequence. It's up to me if Colin lives or dies, and I think he should live. I mean, come on, he's a talking pig.
Let the pig live.
Yes!
Thanks, Hero. I knew you'd understand. No hard feelings, John.
You don't make the decisions here. This is my pig, bought and paid for.
I can see his point, so I'm going to pay the butcher.
What's the pig worth to you? I'll cover it.
Oh, it's not just a pig. It's provisions, labour, faff. We're talking thousands.
2,000 gold. That seems pretty steep. All right, Colin's worth it.
Here, this should cover your expenses.
Fine. Those rumours about Dave's veg better be true. Feast going vegan this year.
Hero, you saved Colin. Mum gave me these, but I think you deserve them more.
Thanks. Maybe you could help me back. The guild sent me. There's been reports of strange things happening around here.
Like what?
Who's in charge around here? And where's Arden, the hero?
Arden doesn't really come around here anymore. You should try the sheriff. His office is nearby. Come on, Colin. Let's go.
I've spared Colin's life. I've also gained reputations as virtuous and shrewd. In Fable, every action generates local reputation. You'll eventually be known for the reputations you build, and everyone will judge you on their own moral terms, often directly. And this is at the center of our complex, nuanced take on morality, evolving beyond just right and wrong. It reflects real life, where morality is multifaceted and subjective. One person's good is another person's evil. Even being merciful will divide opinion.
Let's chat to some other folks and see what they think about me.
Hello there.
Hey, you're that hero.
This is Jack the Beggar. He's a commoner who's unemployed right now, which is a shame, given he's a hard-working sort of person. On the right is how he feels about me. Jack likes my virtuous reputation and thinks I'm principled. Other NPCs might feel differently about my choices, because each has their own moral view on the choices you make. There are lots of ways to interact with NPCs. I'm going to give some gold to Jack, because he seems nice, and he's a bit down in his luck.
For you. I hope it helps.
Oh, this is going straight in my pocket. Cheers.
He was grateful for that, and he felt I was being kind. Let's give him a bit more.
Here. Don't spend it all at once.
This takes the edge off. Thank you.
That made an impact. I've gained a reputation for being kind, and I'm known for it across Silverbrook. Everything you do has a consequence. Let's leave Jack.
So long.
You're like a breath of fresh air, you know?
I do like Jack, though. Maybe I should buy him a gift. There are lots of shops with different stock across Albion. Let's go to the general store across the street to see what they have. Every business has NPCs working in them as part of their daily life. Just like Megan here.
This is some quality stuff.
Welcome, hero. What can I do for you?
Doing my deal to save Colin gave me a shrewd reputation, and Megan here is a fan. She's an ambitious commoner, and she thinks I'm savvy because of my early...
I'll use the bathroom. Alright, I'm back.
Layer deal making. Every
This all looks
NPC
pretty
has
cool,
unique
though.
characteristics driving who they are
It all
and
looks
what they
pretty
think
good.
of you. You know what? Forget Jack. He's dead to me. I'm going to try flirting with Megan.
Phew. Is it hot around here, or is it just you?
Well, aren't you confident? Between you and me, I've always wanted to swoon.
What's swoon?
That went well. Megan thinks I'm charming and flirty, and I've started to build a reputation for it in Silverbrook. Let's ask her out on a date.
Do you want to grab a drink or something?
Would you believe you're almost what I'm looking for?
Clearly she's interested, but I'm not worthy of her time just yet. She wants to date an entrepreneur who owns their own home and only wears fancy clothes. They're high standards. She is ambitious after all. All right,
Yeah.
I'm invested in taking Megan on a date. Let's go.
Hold on. I think I need to update. Robert the pathos. Some of the pathos out soon.
I'll be back, I'm sure.
You have a smashing day.
First, I'll need to buy a business to get a reputation as an entrepreneur. In Fable, I can literally buy any business. I could buy that bakery across the street, or around the corner, I could buy one of the stalls. But you know what? I think I like the pub, the Silver Trough. It's simple to buy a property. Interact with the deed outside the front door to see income, price, and the number of people employed there. To be honest, I've always wanted to own a pub, so let's buy it. Maybe this is the start of my business empire. I'm a proud new pub owner. Now I can set prices and wages, and I can manage the staff. Every villager performs differently. Here, Susan the bartender is great with customers because she's caring. And that's given my pub an income boost of 10%. Thanks, Susan. The pub's understaffed though. As the new owner, I should probably sort that out. And guess what? I know just the hard-working fellow.
Oh yeah, the homeless guy.
Let's go back to Jack the beggar.
You're so pure.
I've also gained reputations as an entrepreneur and as rich because I bought the pub and it cost me a ton of gold.
Kick the chicken. You gotta kick the chicken.
Jack, you're no longer dead to me.
Hi there.
Hey, you.
Jack still likes me for my kindness earlier, but I like that Jack is hardworking, so I'm going to give him a job in my pub.
Got a job, if you're interested.
I can probably do that, yeah.
I can hire anyone, providing they like me enough to accept my job offer. Great. Jack is thankful I've made a positive impact on his life. He's no longer a beggar, and he's now a bartender.
Cheers.
Yeah, makes sense. There are so many other people to talk to.
Villagers react to the reputations you build,
They'd help with anything.
and they remember the things you do to them. Now the pub is fully staffed, and Jack can head off to work.
Incredible.
Take your time, Jack.
Next, I need some fancy clothes. Let's head to the tailor.
Damn.
There are lots of places I can update my look. Tailors, hairdressers, tattooists. And every settlement has different options available. There are rare outfits to discover in the more dangerous parts of Albion too. There are tons of options to create a unique look for your hero. This place looks fancy. Let's
Whoa.
head inside. This is the tailor, Rhiannon.
So much choice on offer.
We're closing soon.
Just like real life, wealth is a divisive topic, and Rhiannon has her own views. In stark contrast to the ambitious Megan, she's very much not a fan of rich entrepreneurs, and she thinks I'm out of touch. Which makes sense, given she's humble. Let's have a look at what she's selling. Fancy clothes, hopefully.
Can I see your stuff?
Don't waste my time.
She mad.
Rhiannon's jacking up the prices by 80% just for me. Looking closer reveals why. That's just how much she hates me. This is just one example of where your choices ripple through all the interconnected systems. And here I've got our character customizer. I'm free at any time to find a wardrobe and change a bunch of different things about myself. I can change my skin tone, body, head, hair, and lots more. In the tailor, I can only buy
I
clothes.
would never wear shit
But
like
there's
that.
over 120 different shops in Albion, each with their own stock and items to buy. Let's finish my outfit with some fancy shoes. See you, Rhiannon.
Take care.
Yeah, all right.
We don't get on, but it's been a pleasure. Now I'm really looking the part. Let's check on my relationship with Megan.
Right.
At any time, I can dip into property and people screens to track my loved ones, of which there could be many, because I can have relationships with everyone in Albion if I like. It would just take a while. While I'm here, I can see the reputation cloud on the right. It shows me what I'm known for in Silverbrook, as an entrepreneur, rich, kind, shrewd, and virtuous. On a single moral scale, these reputations would be seen the same way, as absolutely good or evil. However, as we've seen with Megan and Rhiannon, Fable's morality reflects the complexity of judgment we see in the world today, where everyone has their own moral view.
The last thing left for Megan is to own a home. I'm a bit short on cash though, seeing as I paid a fortune to save Colin and bought a pub. But since I've bought it, I've been earning passive income, so let's swing by to collect it. The people of Silverbrook all have their own nuanced, subjective view of who I am and what they think of me. But if I don't like my reputations in Silverbrook, I can pay the town crier to change them. I give them gold, a lot of gold, and they spread a new reputation for me. If you're rich enough, you can change what people think of you. Here I am at the Silver Trough, now under new management. Let's head inside and check in on our employees. There's Susan, my star bartender from earlier.
Well, aren't you a do-gooder?
Hey, you. Working hard?
Just who I wanted to see. You.
Oh, she fancies me because she thinks I'm compassionate. Sorry, Susan. I only have eyes for Megan.
Keep at it.
You and me, boss. You and me.
Hey.
And there's Jack. Let's say hi.
How's it going? Just working. You know me.
I knew you'd work out, Jack. He is a hard-working commoner after all. Keep up the good work.
Farewell. See you, boss.
Things seem to be ticking over in here, so I'll head downstairs to the income chest to collect my profits.
Looking good.
There's an income chest in every business I own and every property I live in. It means I don't have to go to each individual place, and I can collect all my income from any of them.
Oh, nice.
I've got a decent amount of gold now. Time to pick off the last thing on Megan's list. Owning my own property in Silverbrook.
Right.
Let's go house hunting. I can buy literally any house in Albion. It would just take a while. And quite a bit of gold. But I like the look of this one.
Yeah, this one's cool.
Nice garden, rural views, weird hairy pig statues out front. Let's have a look. Looks like I don't quite have enough money. That's a shame, but one thing I can do is pick up a shift at a job. There's a blacksmith just down the road. Hopefully I can go earn enough gold there. Going on dates, buying properties and businesses, and doing jobs are all part of the interconnected Fable experience. It really adds to the sense of immersion when I can take a break from saving the world to change the lives of the people around me and discover how the simulation reacts. I could play this part of the game forever, and I'd never run out of systemic toys to tinker with.
Right.
There's a couple of jobs to take on across Albion, but today I fancy a try at blacksmithing. It's as simple as walking up to the anvil to start a shift. No prior experience required. In the interest of time, we've reduced the time limit here, but regardless, it's a classic case of risk versus reward. I'm constantly having to balance speed versus precision, while trying to earn as much as I can. I need to hit all the hotspots to complete an item, but if I manage a perfect hit, just like that, I earn a multiplier on my gold. That's a successful shift completed. I can return to the blacksmith anytime to earn more gold and gain blacksmithing experience while building my reputation.
Ooh.
I've now got just about enough gold for the house. Let's head back down the street and buy it. There are guards stationed in every settlement. They're always there to keep a watchful eye on the villagers, and probably two eyes on a hero. If I get caught committing crimes, I'll find myself in trouble with the law, and that will change what people think of me. We're back. Let's buy the house. Now I'm the owner, I can hike up the rent or even make it free if I'm feeling charitable. I can manage my tenants too. I can let them stay and keep collecting the rental income, but I want to move in myself, which gives me the choice to just chuck them out on the street or be nice and give them a bit of gold to leave. And if I chuck them out, that would cause me to be known as heartless. And I'm trying to be nice right now in case I ruin things with Megan. And now I'm free to move in. Let's look around. Home sweet home. I can buy any house in Albion, and while this one lacks some square footage, there are huge houses, even mansions I can buy throughout the game. Looks like the tenants left some stuff behind. Awful fans, apparently. Wherever I live, I have access to my income chest and wardrobe, so I can collect all my gold and change my appearance whenever I like. That was the last thing on Megan's list. Let's head back to the general store. Fable has a dynamic time of day that changes what people are doing throughout their routine. It's still the afternoon, so hopefully Megan is still working. If I'm too late, she'll be back home in bed.
And there's my new pub with some customers in the beer garden.
Beer garden.
Now we're back at the general store. Let's find Megan.
Just the person I wanted to see.
Still interested?
I've ticked off all Megan's dating goals, so now my chances of romance are much improved. Let's ask her on a date again.
How about a date?
A date? Oh, I'm chuffed to bits.
I can offer a gift to increase my chances of a date being a good one. As tempting as my new offal is, I'm going to give Megan flowers instead. I think she'll like them more. Here we are on a date at the Silver Trough. Hope I'm getting free drinks. Looks like it went well.
That was quite the date, hero. Loved it.
Hey, you.
Oh, Hero. Yeah, that date was just brill.
Megan found me quite charming. I'd like to make things official, so I'll ask her to be in a relationship with me.
So what do you say? Ready for something more?
And what a lovely couple we'll make.
Whatever comes next, I'm with you.
It's official. That's not the end, though. I could build this relationship a lot more. We could get married, which comes with its own set of goals. We could move into my house and start a family. And I can even hire her for one of my businesses. Things could go the other way too. I could break up with Megan, or divorce her in future. Or I might make choices that make her divorce me. There's lots of ways I could change her life. And she'll remember. But we've seen enough romance for now. Bye, Megan.
I have to go. But you're welcome to watch me leave.
You have a lovely time, sweetheart.
Before we go, I've only really demonstrated what it's like being an upstanding citizen in Silverbrook. Our game is one full of contrast, though,
Modest. Yeah, I like it.
where I decide the kind of hero I want to be. So let's briefly explore what it's like if I'm not so nice. Hi, Susan.
Nose to the grindstone. Love to see it.
Lovely to see you, boss.
Sorry, Susan. You're fired.
Yeah. You're fired. Sorry.
You're gonna regret that, swine.
She's not happy about that, and she thinks I'm being heartless. But because in Fable morality is subjective and varies from person to person, not everybody will have a problem with that. There might even be someone who fancies me because I'm heartless.
No.
Villagers also react to my physical actions. If I start firing arrows around the place, they'll start to perceive me as reckless. I can even take pot shots at the locals if I want. And now I've gone too far, but I'm in the mood for a fight. In Fable, you can express yourself with your own combat style, combining strength, skill, and will in style-weaving combat. You choose the weapons, skills, and abilities you want to use and blend them seamlessly together.
Whoa. I have to look at the combat though.
I'm putting up a fight, but backup will keep on coming until I leave Silverbrook. Peacefully or not. I think a tactical retreat is probably for the best. Now I have a bounty on my head which will grow with more crime. I can immediately pay it, or pay a reduced fine, if I spend long enough out of town. My reputations don't disappear with my bounty though. Once I'm known as a killer and a criminal, it'll stick with me until I put in the work to change what people think. Or until I've made an expensive visit to the town crier. Because the people in Albion remember what you do.
What a video. I'm really excited about this game now.
Over the past
What a
25
video.
minutes or so, I've bought a pub and a house, been a landlord, and changed a beggar's life. I've customized my look, saved a magic talking pig, fought the law, and I've built a relationship with just one of Albion's 1,000 handcrafted, fully voiced NPCs. And here's the reputation cloud again. I'm rich and charming because of my spending habits and my relationships. I'm also a criminal and a killer due to my reckless behavior and fighting with the guards. Yet, I'm shrewd for saving Colin and an entrepreneur because I bought the Silver Trough. I've built a complex, rich identity in Silverbrook, which the people there will react to through their own moral view. I'm not simply good or evil. I'm so much more than that. There are many more settlements across Albion to explore. My identity is mine to create in each one, and everyone will have their own perspective on what I do as I build an extraordinary life. Thanks for watching, and stay tuned for more in-depth Fable information as we move closer to our launch.
Good video. How Bill Burr lost his audience in one night. Let's watch this video. I want to watch this video.
The problem with being a hero to millions around the world is that it can come crumbling down with just a few missteps. The role model status is different from simply being recognizable and is afforded to a lot less people. Generally, the average citizen above the age of 10 isn't naive enough to look at anyone in the public eye as if they have any more morals than anyone else. But that's not to say that these figures don't exist. And for a long time, Bill Burr was one of them, known for having a perfectly calibrated view of what matters and a unique way of cutting through anyone's agenda in a moment's
Hold on, give me a moment. Hold on, give me a moment. I'm back.
notice. Bill's uncompromising approach taught a lot of people how to think for themselves.
Would you stop it like you have some sort of psychology
I do.
degree?
10 years in therapy.
So what? I've watched football for 40 years. I shouldn't be somebody's coach.
So did you feel you were being disrespectful, or just you were just having fun with some of the crucifixes and?
I don't even know what I mean. We did maybe 2 jokes about that.
Yeah, exactly.
Don't you think the Catholic Church went a little too far? More so than my cartoon.
Get ready, because you got a daughter too. Wait till she's a teenager. Wait till the hell.
Everybody who fails as a father says that to me.
For this reason, he inspired a lot of devotion in those who viewed him as someone they could truly look up to. And as he got older, that sharpness evolved beyond everyday observations into full-blown political commentary, something that led both fans and writers to elevate him even further, crowning him as nothing less than a voice of the people.
My new perspective is there's nothing wrong with being a billionaire, but if somebody is working 40 hours a week, 160 hours a month, and they can't make their rent, you're not paying them enough money. Maybe you should just be worth 900 million. Like, how does a CEO take a fucking 8-figure bonus and none of your employees have dental insurance? They can't even go out and get a filling. There's these fucking nerd billionaires out there saying, I want my employees to come to work terrified, go to bed terrified, wake up terrified. I mean, you don't think it's that, you know? Then they're terrified to go out and spend any fucking money.
But just as it began to fit into this role, it was destroyed in one fell swoop, when the man that his fans now call Old Billy Blood Money did something that his audience saw as a clear-cut case of selling out.
Like, you guys don't ever hear me say this very often. That one broke my heart. That one broke my heart. You need people in the public eye to do something that gives you strength. Be like, I don't need someone else to show me what strength looks like. And that's true in times of peace, but in times of conflict, and in times of turmoil, and in times of difficulty, you actually do. It's quite helpful to see someone live, try to their best. I think everyone's gonna be flawed, dude. All of us are flawed. I'm flawed. I'm no hero. I'm no fucking hero. But to see someone who is a hero, or someone who is in the public eye, to bare minimum, try to live in a way you're like, that gives me strength. And then to go do that, it's not just that he acted in a way that's hypocritical. It's just he zapped the life force of the energy into the ideas that he was previously espousing. He turned them all to ash. because you can't take any of it seriously anymore.
To understand why that hit so hard, you have to go back to where it all started. Ever since his early days as a local Boston comic in a scene full of future stars, Bill Burr always had a combative style, so much so that his trademark temper has provided iconic comedy moments, like when he roasted the entire city of Philadelphia so savagely that they actually wound up giving him a standing ovation.
Fucking losers, I hope you all fucking die, and I hope
I remember this one. I remember seeing this one.
Eagles never win the Super Bowl. Go fuck yourselves. Fuck all you motherfuckers, and fuck the Flyers. Fuck all of you. Goddamn fucking losers. Let's talk about heart disease, something you're all gonna fucking die of, and I'm gonna laugh at your fucking funerals. It's gonna be great. You're all gonna get fucking cancer, which is fantastic, because all your fucking heads are shaved anyways. No one's even gonna notice. You're gonna get fired for coming to work too late, you fucking bunch of losers with your fucking cell phone ping. You got a fucking ping pong team, some other shit ass team that's never gonna win a championship. You guys haven't won a Super Bowl since they had face masks, you fucking jackass. Roman Gabriel running around in a leather helmet. Ah, suck it. Was he a dad or something? You don't know who the he is. Iron my fucking shirt for this shit. Went to the Banana Republic, picked a $20 shirt off the rack.
Over the course of 8 acclaimed stand-up specials, which aided Bill in reaching a vast global fan base, the comedian's righteous rage and prickly outlook on the world made him into a megastar. Yet, even though he'd often veer into unhinged rants about everything from women to societal changes that he saw as an affront to common sense, there always seemed to be a conscience in there among the anger, or at the very least, a dialed sense of right and wrong. That's why when he appeared on the dream-squashing showcase that is Kill Tony, the whole premise of the show where they were basically being snarky to people who were still learning their craft didn't sit right with him.
Nobody can be funny in a fucking minute. It's stupid.
Oh, no, it happens.
Fucking 2 seconds.
Oh, it happens a lot. Jesse just took a real bullet.
You don't even... This. This is stupid. It's stupid. You're fine. You're fine.
Bill, you're getting a little cranky. Go count your money, will you?
I'm not getting cranky. I'm sticking up for him. You guys are throwing him
Don't
under the
you raise
fucking
your
bus.
voice to
He
me.
threw himself under the bus.
Huh?
He threw
This
himself
is
under the
stuff.
bus.
Jesus. There's one more. There's a negative lining. Tony will find it. There it is. Right between the ray of sunshine. There's that little nugget of negativity. You fucking
Afterwards, he got praised for doing what other comedians wouldn't, and standing up for the little guy. He saw the man was uncomfortable, and so he put the focus on himself. Good man. I like that Bill had the guy's back. And gradually, Bill made his willingness to speak up where others didn't a bigger part of his professional identity. Around the time of the pandemic, Bill seemed to shift his focus a little, taking the lens away from his own internal strife to take note of some of the hypocrisy and idiocy that was out there in the political sphere. And typically, no one was spared.
You want people to walk down the street with a mask on?
Let's not start this, Joe.
Do you, though?
Let's not start this, okay?
Let's start it.
I don't want to start this bullshit. I'm not going to sit here with no medical degree, listening to you with no medical degree, with an American flag behind you, smoking a cigar, acting like we know what's up. I watch the news once every 2 weeks. I'm like, mask or no mask? Still mask? All right, mask. That's all I give a fuck about. I don't care.
But even they say you shouldn't wear a mask unless you're treating a coronavirus patient. The World Health Organization.
Yeah, but they didn't say
literally
that initially. They didn't say it initially.
No, they didn't.
And then everybody wore the fucking masks. This is like rollerblading. Everybody fucking rollerbladed, and then there was that one fucking homophobic joke, and then everybody acted like they never did it. And then 100 million fucking rollerblades got thrown into the fucking ocean. And then all of a sudden, people are fucking sitting there. What? You don't have the body type for it, dude. Your fucking knuckles would scrape on the ground.
Your fucking knuckles scrape on the ground. That's hilarious.
From then on, this more fiery, social commentary-oriented Bill began making his feelings known whenever a mic was in front of him. And often, this involved coming at the heads of the elites.
Just the stuff that they focus on. You know what I mean? There's a guy from Nestle that doesn't think water is a human right. I mean, that guy should be hunted down and shot.
I just want to say something. I think transgender...
Say something. You haven't shut the fuck up for 20 minutes. Singing, pitching. I thought this was going to be a dialogue.
You shouldn't have to go out and get another job and still be struggling. It's bad for the country because then the kids don't see their parents and they're not getting the upbringing that they need. It's so these billionaires, they need to be put down, you know, like rabid dogs. They're like rabid with greed and just going out and just dividing everybody.
At times, advocating for the 1% got him in a little trouble, particularly when he went on Jimmy Kimmel and spoke of his admiration for Luigi Mangione, the gunner that shot United Healthcare CEO Brian Thompson on the streets of New York.
Free Luigi! I love how they acted surprised. Why did that happen? I have no idea. He wrote on the bullets why it happened.
Oh, we're back to Luigi. Okay, yeah.
I never left Luigi.
But in typical fashion, he still wouldn't back down when pressed over the matters.
Tell us about your reaction to Luigi Mangione. I was reading up, that perhaps you've been supportive of what he did. What is your take on that?
If you were reading up, I don't think you read up on it. Because I said what I felt about it, and I said what a lot of people said.
Some people took it that way. Could you clarify what you think?
No, I'm not going to just have some controversial moment so you can get clicks. I'm not doing that. What are you going to bring up next? The Middle East? I went to summer school 3 out of 4 years in high school. I'm not qualified to talk about this.
The moral compass didn't waver on
Summer school gotta suck. Summer school gotta suck. Holy shit. But I guess it's just the work you put in it. We didn't have summer school. If we had, I would have had to go 1 year. 1 year I should have went to summer. Oh yeah, but in high school I was fucking around, so I should have went to high school. Yeah.
Other issues either, leading the comedian to stand up to Bill Maher's warped views on people protesting on behalf of the innocent Palestinians who are being ethnically cleansed by the IDF after October 7th.
You don't realize that college campuses erupted with the kids demonstrating for Hamas? They are in with the terrorists.
They were for the Palestinians.
Well, it's sort of the same cause. Why, are you?
I'm on the side of the kids.
Yeah, that's easy to say. No one wants to see kids dead. This is a war.
That was very brave of you to say that.
This is a war. No, I'm the one who's actually brave on this.
Pat yourself on the back.
It's easy to say I'm for the kids. Who's not for the kids?
Well,
it comes down to real hard-nosed decisions.
Hold on. Yeah, I didn't play the video still. I'm just gonna go to the fridge real quick.
Country got attacked. Israel got attacked. They get attacked, and then as soon as they counterattack, it's like, well, we got to stop this shit now. Don't attack them. There's a very simple solution to all this problem in the Middle East. Stop attacking Israel.
Hey, you
Stop
just solved
attacking
it.
Israel.
You just
I did.
solved it.
I actually
did. There
did.
you go. That's fantastic.
Anyway.
All right.
We don't need to get onto that.
Let's go to Russia and the Ukraine. How do you solve that one, Bill?
It is my
It isn't your
This is
thing.
not.
One unintended consequence of this was catching flack from right-wing commentators, with some accusing him of pandering to woke ideologies.
Ben Shapiro talked about going to one of your shows and complaining about you becoming woke, which sort of then created this.
He doesn't even know what that word means. His definition of woke is white liberals' definition of woke, and they didn't even know what it was.
Yeah.
They just took the word from black people. He went there to be annoyed so he can then have something to talk about, and then he can make money off of dividing his own country.
Yeah.
Those people, it's treasonous what they do.
In reality, this was an oversimplification. Even though he came at the Republican voters, he had actually been heavily critical of both sides and saw no shortage of contradictions in how either of them moved.
I fucking hate liberals. I hate them. No, don't get excited. I fucking hate conservatives too, because you're all a bunch of fucking racists. Now, I know that's a blanket statement, but I'm just trying to speak your language.
Whether it alienated some fans or not, it nonetheless became a crucial aspect of his modern persona, replacing some of the less focused rage and...
Make some ice. I'll be right back. Arabic.
redirecting it towards the evils of the world. And for his dedicated audience, it didn't change the fact that he had the potential to make it to the Mount Rushmore of modern comedy. Bill is solidifying himself as the legend of his generation. He's really locking himself in as the #1 guy. He'll be in the conversation for best to ever do it. And unfortunately, everything he had to lose in terms of his acclaim from the comedy world, and his reputation as an upstanding guy whose heart was in the right place, is exactly why trading in his principles have been so destructive. Because even if he wasn't the only one to make the choice that he did, everyone expected better from Burr. This brings us to late September 2025, when Bill Burr threw everyone a collective curveball and announced that he would be performing a show in Saudi Arabia at the inaugural Riyadh Comedy Festival, appearing on a bill alongside other big names like Kevin Hart, Dave Chappelle, Louis C.K., and more. The announcement that they'd be performing at the state-sponsored event and would do stand-up in front of the Saudi royal family caused a lot of controversy. Now, in case you're not clued up on global events, this is because the regime has been accused of countless human rights violations, as well as silencing free speech by murdering journalists like Jamal Khashoggi, who was brutally assassinated at their consulate in Istanbul for criticizing the rulers. For this reason, other comedians such as Shane Gillis, Mark Maron, and David Cross either rejected the offer or were highly critical of who took it, looking to retain their conscience instead.
They were asking me to go to the Middle East soon.
What? Where? Why?
Saudi Arabia and UAE or Dubai.
Dubai?
I think I'm gonna pass.
Yeah. For the troops? Is it for the troops?
Not for the troops. It's for the Saudis.
For the Saudi princes?
Yeah, and everyone's like, yeah, you should do it. Everyone's doing it. It's like, for Saudis?
Yeah.
Weren't those the 9/11 guys?
So I thought.
Aren't they exactly the 9/11 guys?
It was Iran, wasn't it?
Yeah. It's all been Iran this whole time.
Well, there's a Riyadh Comedy Festival. I don't know if you heard about that. This is true. There's a Riyadh, Saudi Arabia Comedy Festival. I mean, how do you even promote that? You know, like, from the folks that brought you 9/11, 2 weeks of laughter in the desert. Don't miss it. I mean, the same guy that's going to pay them is the same guy that paid that guy to bonesaw Jamal Khashoggi.
The reason why everyone was so shocked that Bill had accepted the invitation is because, in the past, he strongly suggested that he would do the same and turn it down, especially when you consider what he'd said in the past when Beyonce, Usher, and Mariah Carey went out to perform in Libya for Colonel Gaddafi's kids.
By the way, did you see that Usher, Beyonce, and Mariah Carey actually did private New Year's gigs for $1 million? Did New Year's gigs for Gaddafi's kids. Can you fucking believe that? How much fucking money do you need to make? You know, you're gonna take a gig where you're gonna go dance like a goddamn fucking clown for a mass murderer's kids, and then you take that fucking blood money, stick it in your bank account, go buy yourself some fucking glitter or whatever the hell you do when you're a goddamn singer, buy some more streamers to hang on your fucking mic stand, and then when you get busted, you try to play it off like you had no idea who Gaddafi is and what he's done. You couldn't remember that he claimed he was behind the Pan Am bombings that killed fellow Americans. The fuck is wrong with you? I love that shit where they tried to play it off like they had no idea. Hey, listen, just to let you know, you're performing for the children of a mass murderer. This is how they feel about females over there. Stay away from this. You're able to gyrate this much during songs. There was a whole, it's $1 million gig. There's no way the agent lets the artist go in there not knowing who the they're performing with.
Alongside the fact that he has enough money as it is that he didn't have to sacrifice his morals, this was the core of why he got most of the wrath. Even if perhaps more people should have pointed to the fact that Pete Davidson performed for a family accused of bankrolling the attack that killed his own father on 9/11. But in Bill's case, spending years positioning yourself as a truth teller only to fold when it mattered most made it a particularly hard thing to defend.
Going to Saudi Arabia, to Riyadh, in the comedy festival, and he's getting a bunch of hate for it.
They call him Old Billy Blood Money.
They're really
like,
focusing on him too. Like a
well,
lot
he's
of people went.
rightfully so, because Bill is on record.
Hard plays. Hormones in the Space Sky Crimson Desert. Oh shit. Damn. He's still doing it, man.
making fun of giving Beyonce and other people shit for going and performing for Gaddafi's kids, and he even said, he was like, "You're gonna go there and dance with those people that shot down that airliner full of Americans," and it's like, you mean like the Saudis did? You're gonna go there, those people with those human rights abuses? Saudis have slaves. They punish dissenters in terrorist court.
This
They
isn't
didn't even
great.
give him that much. You know what they paid him?
You know how much? Because I thought that was everything.
On what you said.
It's
Or what you
1.5. It's 1.5 million. Look, that's a metric ton of money, but not to Bill Burr. That's not life-changing money to Bill Burr.
And in the aftermath, comedians from all around the world who were influenced by him couldn't wrap their heads around how a man they've been inspired by would sacrifice what he stood for like that.
Now, I've been a Bill Burr fan for many, many years. I honestly would never listen to him about anything again. Bill Burr has spent the last year eviscerating billionaires.
Yes.
Like, talking about the blood money that they're getting, the fact that their greed. He was saying they should be shot like rabid dogs in the street. All this shit. And then he goes taking money off trillionaires in Saudi Arabia who have committed terrible human rights violations and agrees to do this show where you're not allowed to criticize the government, you're not allowed to criticize religion, and it's like, yeah, you're that's it for you now.
Do you know what?
That's it for you having any moral high ground. You've not only have you yourself in terms of your fucking righteousness and your soul personally, now no one can listen to you soapbox about anything ever again. Then also, it's not only the one thing, but then for him to come out on his podcast and just this weird lobotomized, they have a Burger King in Saudi Arabia. What?
Yeah, it wasn't the crime, it was the cover-up. That's what always gets you.
This is the most, like, insightful knife through butter, see-througher of bullshit of our whole generation. Yeah. And you're just seeing them be there.
Hey, they've got a Wendy's!
They've got a Wendy's here now. It's crazy.
In spite of the event being condemned by organizations who saw it as just another attempt from Saudi Arabia to salvage their reputation on the global stage, it soon became clear that the newly christened Billy Blood Money wasn't about to apologize for taking the bag. Instead, he took to his Monday morning podcast, portraying it as though it were a
You
humanitarian...
still upload it? I haven't listened to it in probably after the comedy festival. I haven't listened to the podcast, if I'm being honest. Come on, stream, work with me, work with me, work with me. There we go. Monday morning podcast for Monday. For Monday. Thursday. Yeah, so yesterday. When was the last time I listened to it? Finished. February 9th. Damn, I haven't listened to the show since February?
mission to bring laughs.
It was amazing, and the comedians that I've been talking to just saying like, dude, you can feel it. They wanted it. They wanted it. They wanted you to like the people want, like, you know, they go online and they see it. They want to like see real stand-up comedy. It was a mind-blowing experience. Definitely top 3 experiences I've ever had.
He then elaborated on his reasoning in other media appearances, drawing parallels between the situation abroad and the political unrest closer to home in an attempt to back up his position.
It was the people there. You could feel it, like they needed it, they wanted it, and they wanted you to push. And that's what the comics did. And your job was to just, okay, we've gotten them to here, now you can move them to there. And it's like, as much as people don't like what's going on over there, it's like they're not going to progress with isolation. So if you go over there and you just sort of like move them a little bit towards us, you know, I don't know, I feel like we're moving towards them in a lot of ways over here, you know? Yeah, I mean, Jesus Christ, we're grabbing moms and dads and sticking them in a van for making illegally made fucking tacos to go to Alligator Alcatraz. Yeah, it's fucking insane. It's insane. And you know, someday they're going to be out of brown people to put in those vans. They're still going to have the vans, so you shouldn't be feeling comfortable about it, thinking that you're not going to be in it. Yeah, it's fucked up. It's really fucked up. So
When that didn't work, he attempted to
That's
justify it to his American audience by pointing out their similar.
You know what they say about the Nazis? They're like, they targeted Jews. I'm not a Jew, so I don't care. They target whatever. I'm not whatever, so I don't care. And then when they target you, nobody else cares. Or something like that. I didn't explain it well, but you get the point. Like, start running up, motherfuckers. You're gonna be next.
Early capitalistic ways.
You know, I don't know what's going to happen here. And like my whole fucking idea of Saudi Arabia is what I've seen like on the news. I literally think I'm going to fucking land, you know, and everybody's going to be screaming, "Death to America!" And they're going to have like machetes and want to like chop my head off, right? Because this is what I've been fed about that part of the world, right? And we're flying over it. It's nothing but like these long roads and sand. It's like nothing. And I'm like, what the fuck did I get myself into? And then we land, and now here we are, right? And we end up driving into town. Is that a Starbucks? Next to a Pete's Coffee? Next to a Burger King? Next to a McDonald's? Next to a Pizza Hut? Next to a Dunkin' Donuts? Next to a Krispy Kreme? Next to a Cheesecake Factory? Next to a KFC? Next to a Chili's? They got a fucking Chili's over here?
But no matter what he said, there were millions of fans across the planet who felt like he'd sold them out. Bill Burr is speedrunning, going from most respected to least. Hope your entire reputation was worth it. Even though all the evidence suggested he had to either address it and move on, or apologize, he continued to discuss it on the podcast, as if he had nothing to even momentarily regret.
Yeah, I'm gonna shut up now. There you go. There's for your fucking news cycle. Now go twist all of that around. But just remember, there was women at the show, 4 hotties down front, faces were not covered, smoke shows down front, 8,000 citizens is what I performed in front of, and then I had the teachers looking at me while I did it. And I also connected in a country that had just been hit by 2 fucking missiles, 3 missiles, whatever the fuck it was. So, you know, so that's why I'm not answering your shit. Just hang in there for a minute, and when the bots get everybody mad at something else, I'll answer any and all fucking questions. The sanctimonious is sanctimonian. Keyword on the monian. You guys are asking me, obviously, a ton of questions about the absolute controversy, all right? Here's the deal. I have no problem answering any of them. The problem I have is after I answer them, it all gets clipped. And then once it gets clipped, then the lies start getting told, or they start shaping it and making it this and making it that. So all I'm doing is just throwing another log.
And while he liked to pretend that he was above it all, it was clear that it was getting to him.
And I'll be honest with you, I've been off the internet for like a fucking month, but just the people have been sent. It's funny, you get off the internet and people still send you shit. So like these stories of like there was no women there, he just performed to the Royals. By the time they're done with this shit, they're gonna say I went over there and did a one-on-one show in a tent staring at my toes, and then I left for the head fucking guy, whoever the hell it is over there, right?
In the blink of an eye, it felt like Bill Burr went from a man who was fiercely independent to as compromised as they come. Now, he's basically acting as the marketing officer for the Riyadh Comedy Festival and doing mental gymnastics to prove it to himself. One way he attempted to do this was by claiming the response to performing in Saudi was unwarranted, considering the deplorable history of other places in the world.
You or the other comedians have any sense that there'd be this kind of response when you got back?
No, I had no fucking idea. Because you know what was funny? One time I did Abu Dhabi, and one person texted me, "Oh, you're going over there to get that blood money, right?" And I go, "Hey, you know, just for the record, I'm also doing London, England on that tour, you know, which is arguably the bloodiest fucking money out there." So there's like that element of racism to it, where if brown people are doing it, it's fucked up. If white people are doing it, whoa, what are you talking about? You know, almost like sports. So, and the thing that I loved about going to these Arab countries is that their sense of humor, they're silly.
I don't get that joke, but I laughed still. I laughed because somebody else laughed. I laughed with them.
They're really silly, and I'm a silly person, and like Anchorman type of shit. But like they don't f***ing show that over here. So it's kind of fun to get a worldview by going like a little more of an informed worldview than you know. If you sit on your couch and let some talking head, you know, then you just think it's machine guns and people saying all of that stuff, and it's like, I don't know.
In the same way, he attempted to weaponize everyone else's hypocrisy before basically insinuating he believed the outrage to be manufactured.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. I think the general consensus is how dare you go to that place and make those oppressed people laugh, you piece of I can't believe you went to that place I can't find on a map, and this bot said I was upset about it, so now I am. It's one thing to wear clothes made by sweatshop labor. It's quite another to go to the factory and make them laugh. I can't believe how much anger I had about this issue.
But the public weren't letting him off the hook that easily, pointing out how flimsy his attempts to wiggle out of it really were. That's some false equivalence. I love Bill, but that's putting 2 and 2 together and making $1 million. Yeah, but did you play at a comedy club, or did the government of the country pay you directly? The byproduct of this is that his numbers are on a downward trajectory, with everyone pointing to the same situation as to why his once mighty podcast is in freefall.
Now, when I see our show is ahead of Bill Burr's show on the Apple Comedy Podcast charts, something is going on. And it's not us. We're where we usually are. 3 weeks ago, Bill Burr was getting, he had 81,000 YouTube views on his Monday show. His Thursday show had 44,000. His next Monday, 2 weeks ago, was at 49,000, and the Thursday show was at 31,000. This is a very consistent show. 1 week ago, it was at 30,000, and Thursday it was at 28,000. And then this week, the Monday show is at 24,000. The Thursday show is at 12,000 views. So 81,000 3 weeks ago, 12,000 on Thursday.
There's definitely been a drop off in views per video compared to the same time last year. It's more than a 50% reduction year on year. The most noticeable drop off has definitely been over the last 5 months though. But
yeah,
even as everything points to a need for him to reassess things and try to make amends with those he betrayed, Bill is still claiming that the hate was inorganic.
It is. Their parents didn't hug them. It's bots. I have no idea. Like, they go after your wife. It's like, she didn't open for me. Like, I don't understand.
You're talking about online hate.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you read that stuff?
Dude, I haven't been online for like a month. I don't give a what all these phony fucking people are saying.
At this point, Bill Burr is basically in no man's land when it comes to his audience. Because even after distancing himself from the left and cooling down his takes, that hasn't stopped the right from coming from him either. Most recently, they've branded him a hypocrite, having previously mocked the tendency to throw the word Nazi around at anyone you disagreed with, only to essentially do exactly that himself years later.
He is the reference. Anytime you want to say somebody's evil, you just say he is the next Hitler. Donald Trump, he's the next Hitler. It's always he's the next Hitler. He died like, what, 75 fucking years ago? Nothing quiets a room like dropping the H-bomb. This guy sieg-heiled twice. Veterans that, people in the armed services that died trying to stop Hitler. And then this guy comes in, and does that while being an immigrant too, which is kind of, the whole thing just, none of it like tracks how you can be the support the troops, America love it or leave it. And then this guy comes in and gives a shout out to Hitler.
Ever since he changed his tune a little, some fans have been blaming Nia, his wife of over a decade and the mother of his kids, for turning him to the left. Clips like this where he says he's no longer berating women and is inclined to fall in line these days really haven't helped matters either.
I get along great with my wife now. I don't die on every hill now. I just go, all right, even if it makes no fucking sense to me, and we're gonna do this dumb anyway, so why not just act like I want to do it? And it keeps the peace. I slowly die inside. But as we're doing it, I don't need you to act like you care. You sounded like you're watching a rescue dog commercial.
Aww.
You want one? No, I work too much. Gas it.
Sure, your wife is always right too. Just
No, she is right a lot of the time.
Yeah.
She is.
See how that works?
Very nice.
You just agree with them.
And naturally, these same people didn't really like that she flipped off Trump at a UFC event, something which Bill has consistently defended her over.
Okay, let me just read this in. Donald Trump walked into an arena that holds 20,000 people and 19,999 people were so happy. And then there was Bill Burr's wife. Yeah, and I love how people are like, oh, how can you do that? It's like, well, he likes to sort of plagiarize some Hitler stuff every once in a while. Like, what is surprising that a black woman wouldn't like him? I don't like the guy. My wife giving him the finger is what I love about my wife. You know where you stand with her. And you can't say that about a lot of people. When I say something around the house, if she laughs, I know it's funny.
Then there's the darker side to all this. complete with forum posts dedicated to claiming his wife destroyed his brain and that his kids aren't his. In that world, you can even find rumors of him being kicked out of the house for requesting a paternity test, but all of that is ultimately unfounded. Aside from the smear campaign that those who couldn't accept that he's matured, the real problem is that his attempts to get on the soapbox after the Riyadh controversy now feels totally disingenuous.
They make people put tips on credit cards. They take a portion of your tips. They can make money off of that too. They don't give you any benefits. And we all know who the problem is. The fucking immigrants. If we could just get these fucking immigrants in a van and stuck in a jail with alligators around them, then all of a sudden these billionaires, you know, they'll start loosening up the purse strings and they'll start trickling down again.
Even if he's still capable of making good points, they can't possibly hit the same when it is said by a man who traded in integrity for an apparent 9-figure paycheck. And now it seems to be taking its toll on his mind.
Anyway, looking forward to doing my first road gig since that comedy festival I did. I don't know if you guys heard about that. I did a comedy festival that people had a lot of opinions on. Months later, you know, I got to be honest with you, the outrage is still where it was. People are still so concerned. Let's hope they shut down the fuck. Why don't they just shut the internet off?
On his once mostly positive subreddit that's now turned toxic, fans argue that it could have all been forgotten or written off as a momentary lapse in judgment if he'd handled it better, although others think that in the vicious media landscape of today, he was basically cooked either way. Look, we all said all Bill had to do was fake an apology and make fun of himself for going. All you had to do, Bill. For real. He couldn't just say, whoops, the money was too enticing. This would have blown over. Not really. Usually in situations like this, you're damned if you do, and you're damned if you don't. You guys still wouldn't drop it if he apologized. And in the opinion of some persistent fans, he's trying to maximize the money as the audience dwindles. Yes, I know the podcast is free, but the increase in ads has been crazy. I think Bill used to mention when the ads were normal, that people listen to his ads because he injected a bit of fun into them. But holy fuck, no one can listen to this. I subscribe to podcasts shorter than the ad reads. They go on for half the podcast. I checked from 22 minutes to 38 minutes is fucking ads. 2 minutes about a deer in the middle of it, then back to ads. I think some are even repeated. Less views, more ads. By the looks of it, he resents what he has to do to compensate for the declining audience, crashing out during those ad reads from time to time too.
Jesus Christ, that was the tantric read of advertising. Okay, who's next? Read, but I didn't realize I had that disclaimer to read. Well, we'll see what they say.
You know, is there any way we could get a reread? Is there any way you could read that again? Is there any
way you could just say you're saying this so you can justify your fucking cubicle or your desk? Is there any way you can just do that? Do you really think because I made the tantric sex fucking joke that someone's not gonna use, will or won't use the coast cost thing?
Although no one can know exactly what we'd do if we got the kind of offer Bill did in his inbox, his plight shows what happens when you mistakenly value a brief cash injection over the lasting health of your reputation. Where Bill's every word used to be cherished by his audience, he's basically halved his appeal, and without making some major amends, it's impossible to imagine how he ever gets it back and reclaims the spot he once occupied in people's hearts. Damn, Bill, we all thought you would hold it down.
Yeah. Damn, Bill. Damn, Bill. Let me hop on Lego Batman. Lego Batman. Lego Batman. Lego. No, not Lego, just Lego. Lego Batman, Lego Batman, Lego Batman. It's not on Steam. It's on PlayStation. Right.
Escape. Need to find a way to reach him.
Oh, hit me. Whoa. Yeah, whack him. Where's the cake at? I see the cake. Cake's 5 out of 5. How do we reach the Joker though?
Time for Catwoman to become queen of the castle.
Oh yeah. Build the thing.
Haven't we had enough balloons for one day?
Alright, I gotta go. I'll be right back, okay? I'm back. I'm gonna sip on my drink. Ah, delicious. Oh.
Show's over, Joker.
Hold on. Hold on. I'm back.
Those are my balloons. You stole my balloons!
Oh snap.
Huh?
As fake as your smile.
You tried to poison Gotham. You dropped me into that vat of chemicals. That wasn't easy to get over. And don't think I didn't try. You wouldn't hit a guy with glasses on, would you? Huh? Oh, they don't bake them like they used to. Hey, Batsy! Well, it's time to retire. Feel free to drop in.
Come on, Batman. Come on, Batman. Whoa.
What doesn't kill you simply makes you stranger.
Oh, he switched from that Joker to the other Joker. Ooh. I'm liking this game, bro. I'm liking this game. I don't like that. I don't like that thing. Chapter 2 completed, baby. Should we make a new outfit for every episode? What do y'all think? New outfit for every episode.
We're pretty good at this, aren't we? Huh?
I have my own income stream, and that is not yours.
But we have so much in common. Cat, bat, and all that.
I work alone.
For a loner, you've sure been spending a lot of time with me.
I told you before, that goes to the police.
Got any plans for the rest of the night?
Gotham always finds a way to keep me busy.
What is this? Oh. Purple stud. Go to the bat signal. Where's the bat signal?
Calling all units. Another disturbance in Old Gotham North. Wait,
Another
the bad guys
disturbance.
fighting? No, why? Better check it out. Over.
Oh, this is a tough fight, I think. Whoa. 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 Hit him, hit him, hit him. Why can't you move? Why couldn't you move? Defeat the criminals. I'm getting tired of this. I'm getting tired of this guy. Yeah, there you go.
No sweat.
We certainly whipped them into shape.
Where's that trophy? Let's go to. Let's go to.
Let's get going. A girl doesn't have all day, you know. The address is... Sorry,
Ooh.
force of habit.
The original Batmobile.
Incoming primal. Anyone available head to Old Gotham North. Bad guys have managed to capture a helpless citizen. Over.
Not a hair out of place. Somehow.
Oh, worried about my little testy test, hero. Attention all officers. Old Gotham West is in danger. Suspect's being really mean to someone in progress. Over.
Suspect be really mean to me. You know what, man? It is what it is.
Let's roll.
Let's go to the bridge. I like the how the car weight feels like it's supposed to be there. That makes any sense? With the controller, the car has weight on it. Workbench. Let's go to the back cave.
Let's roll. Well, here we are.
Oh, here we are. Mini kits. There's the shop.
Get a chance? Drop by. New stuff just in.
No stuff. Always meditate. Please. Oh. Let's get it. Give me that.
Left this here.
This is my city. The city sleeps. I never sleep. Your workbench.
Ah,
don't have any I don't have any more more things here. Oh, look at this. Wayne Tech chips.
Just the kind of tech I need.
Oh. What outfit should I use? How do I change the best suit? Jim Ward. Catwoman. How do we change the outfit? Oh, we don't have to come here to change the suit. Hey, beautiful. Dead Meow, what's good? Is the game worth buying? That's a tough one. That's a tough one. With the price being what it is? I say wait on sale, maybe. I say wait on sale, yeah. But if you have money laying around, it's worth buying, yeah. Depends ultimately on your financials.
This is dispatch. Incoming crime alert from Tri-Corner. Two sets of bad guys having a disagreement. Over.
Let's go to this location.
The bigger they are, the harder they fall.
Oh my goodness. Hit him, hit him, hit him, hit him. Ooh, baby.
Good. It's over.
I could use a break after that.
Look at all the money flying. Look at all the money flying. Whoa. Okay. Continue the story. Hold on, let me grab some water. Water with it. Water with it. Sabaton enemies will zap you if you try to attempt to block them. Chapter 3, baby. I'm gonna say yeah, the game is worth buying. Yeah. Now that I think about it, for sure.
Triggering alarms. That's not your style.
I caught your attention though, didn't I? Bruce?
You could just call, Selena.
What, shine a big old light in the sky? Where's the fun in that?
I thought we could take an evening off. Watch someone else make death-defying leaps.
Men in tights. My favorite. I've got a little errand to run, and then I'm all yours.
Yeah, the errand. Run the errand.
I gotta go to Central Island. Pick something up for a friend.
This isn't a heist, right?
No, of course not.
Calling all units. Things are getting wild in Old Gotham West. Two sets of bad guys having a disagreement. Over.
Kinda wanna take care of that, but we move. We move.
Look around. One of the zoo animals should be here.
Zoo animals?
Today's hottest dance beats.
Oh, look at that outside gym. A zoo animal is here. A zoo animal. Giardino d'Italia.
Come in, anyone on patrol. Urgent help needed in Newtown. Suspect sighted making a real mess of things. Over.
This is your evening, Maestro.
It was a frog? Know what? I'll do it later.
I'm gonna need Catwoman to cut through this window. This definitely feels like a heist. Cutting through a window. This feels suspiciously like a heist.
No, not a heist.
Start the mission.
Okay, so something belonging to my friend is in this bad guy's safe. Let's find it.
I knew this was a heist.
I spy with my little eye something interesting.
Spy with my little eyes. Something interesting. The cat goes through there. Oh, okay. There's an owl here somewhere.
Those animal paintings must mean something.
Behind here. The gramophone. Yeah, destroy everything. Destroy everything.
This place is really putting me through my paces. Got it. Just need to make sure it goes in the right bookshelf.
The little piggy. Right, one of them's open. Let's destroy everything. Let's destroy everything. Leave this guy with nothing. Destroy the gramophone, destroy the piano. Milk, water. The Ming Dynasty vase, destroy everything. Destroy speakers too. Oh.
Now to put this in the correct bookshelf.
Voila. One safe.
Crack the safe. Beautiful.
Looks like your friend set you up.
Guess you haven't lost your touch, Selena.
Sophia? We could have just met for a coffee, you know.
Wait, is your friend Sophia Falcone?
Don't get jealous. It's embarrassing.
Sorry for the setup. I just needed to know you hadn't lost your touch. I need your help, Selena. When my father got locked up, that rat penguin emptied the vault at the Iceberg Lounge and took it all for himself. That's Falcone money, and it belongs to me. Now that Penguin's finally in Blackgate, I want it back. And there's only one person who can get it. You. Please, help me reclaim what's mine. I'll make it worth your while.
Right. Sure.
Help a friend and get one over on Penguin.
The circus will be starting soon. We should get going.
Ready when you are, Bruce.
Why does he have a different outfit now?
Come in, anyone on patrol. Urgent help needed in Newtown. Appears to be a mugging. That's not right. Over.
We can't go to the circus dressed like this. Let's get changed. Selena prefers me in a different suit for social events. Time to change.
Suit is incoming.
You made me wait.
Billionaire socialite Bruce Wayne doesn't like crowds.
Let's head inside.
Mr. Wayne! Bruce Wayne!
Can I help you, Miss?
Doctor. Dr. Isley. And no, it's not me you can help. It's our mother. She's dying.
Martha?
Mother Nature, Mr. Wayne. She's choking. Poisoned by this city.
Dr. Isley. The Wayne Foundation already funds multiple environmental projects.
But not nearly enough. Our beloved Robinson Park is under threat from ruthless developers.
I'd heard it was a crime hotspot.
A very biodiverse crime hotspot.
Maybe we schedule a meeting at a more appropriate time. But right now, I seem to have lost my date. Good evening, Dr. Isley.
Rich people, we need action now.
Was that a cactus?
Good evening, fine citizens of Gotham. Welcome to the Haley Circus, home to the most spectacular show in all the land.
What? I got bored.
we will start this evening's exhilarating event with our very own resident Flying Graysons! The Flying Graysons are the only known act to perform at over 70 feet with no safety net. Yes, that's right, folks. No safety net. For this next part, we need a volunteer from the crowd. Bruce Wayne! Ha! Fantastic! Please come on down. Don't be shy.
Don't worry, Mr. Wayne. You're in safe hands.
You're in for a real treat tonight, folks.
Time to give the people a show.
Bird.
How about that, folks? What amazing accuracy!
Impressive throwing skills.
Well made, sir! Now to reveal the stars of our next act. There they are, folks! Our very own family of thrill seekers! Mary, John, and young Dick! The Flying Graysons!
Just like rehearsals. Big smiles and confidence.
Cable launcher.
Uh-oh! Looks like getting across isn't gonna be quite that easy!
He hams things up so much. You know what to do.
Oh my! This will take some delicate timing!
Whoa.
Here comes Caesar! Ready to assist with the next daring feat!
Ah, Caesar. Such a pro.
Alright, I gotta go. I might be back later on tonight, though.